this video you're going to be creating a basic level selector for your main menu or whatever way you choose to use it, and the way it's going to look is you're going to have your map images here and your buttons or a neater layout, and when you hover over each button or text or whatever it is, you get a description and the map changes according to what it is, and then when you click it will load the level. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Peace. So in order to make this level selector, you're going to have to create a canvas. You can create a canvas by just right clicking, going to UI, and then just selecting like image or something like that, and it will automatically bring up the canvas, which is this window here. And then inside that canvas you're going to want to create a child of a empty game object, which I've called script, and this holds a script in the inspector on it, which we're going to be using. You're going to create an empty game object of map holder, which holds all free maps that I'm going to be displaying here, and they're all on one on top of each other, and I'll explain why for that. And then I have a text object here which I've called map description, which you've seen that describes the map. And then after that we just have free buttons for selecting what level we're going to load. So I'm going to open up our levels selector script here in C#, which I've already created, and I'm going to type this whole script out, and then I'm going to run through each part then after. So we're going to create a game object of Rust, a game object of favela, I think that's how you spell it, favela, and a game object of terminal, and then we're going to do a game object of description object, and then text description, and we're going to come down here and we're going to do rust equals game object dot find, and then we're going to be looking for map underscore rust. Now we're going to highlight this whole line here, and then we're going to bring this down and we're going to change this to favela. We're going to change this to terminal, and then we're going to change this in here to favela, and then we're going to change this in here to terminal. And I'm just going to save that as I go along. And what this basically does is that it finds the game object in the hierarchy and then applies it to that variable tag. And then underneath that we're going to do description, or sorry, not description. Up here we're going to do description object equals game object dot find, and then it's going to be, I think it was map description, which is just a name in the hierarchy. So map description. Then we're going to come down here to description equals description object dot get component, and then get the text on that object. Description dot get component text text. Oh, also add using Unity engine.ui to get like this stuff here popping up, text, which is the UI element. And then underneath that we're going to do description equals just blank cannot completely type it as string. Oh, description.text equals this. Perfect. Void update, we don't need anything there. We're going to go underneath, we're going to do a public void button hover, and then do button, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do if button dot name equals button rust, then do this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rust dot transform dot set last sibling, And what this basically does is that it brings it forward. The way the UI works is in layers, and that brings it to the forward layer, so you can actually see it over other layers, and then that's what's going to bring it over all the two other photos, and you can do this with multiple images. So that's that there, and we're going to copy this component, and we're going to do else if, and else if game object equals terminal here, then terminal there, and then favela here, and then favela here. And we're going to test this in game right now, so we're going to go back into Unity, and then we're going to come down here, we're going to add component, and then we're going to do event, trigger, add new event, pointer enter, and then we're going to click plus. Then we're going to drag the script empty game object onto here, click our level selector script, and then go button hover, and then you're going to have to drag your button into here, and then you're going to want to do this for the other two. So here, no, that's on click, event trigger, add, point enter, plus, script, function, level, button hover, and then drag your button that you're hovering, and then, oh, this one already has it on, so point enter, script, function, level selector, button hover, and then bring that to here, and then we're going to click play, and then when you hover over the buttons you can see that it changes all the maps except favela, and that is probably because I misspelled something. Yeah, favela or fivela, and then now you can see favela shows up there. And then if I actually open up the map holder, you can see when I hover, it changes them. So if I put rust, it puts rust here to the bottom, and then if I hover over favela, it puts favela to the bottom, and then terminal puts terminal to the bottom, and it just overlaps them like a layer. And that's how you change the images. Now after that, you're going to want to be able to load the level, obviously. So we're going to come underneath. We're going to do a public void button click, and then we're also going to do the same thing here of button. Excuse me. And then in here we're going to copy and paste this, and then we're going to remove each one of these, because we do not want to change the image when we click the button. So we're going to do what you'd actually do is application.load level, and then in brackets your level name. So that's realistically what you do there, but that is not what we're going to be doing. We're just going to print it in the debug. So debug.log, and we're going to do load rust, and you're going to put this underneath each of them. So, and I just spelled rust wrong. Nice one. Or did I? Sust. I did. Sorry, I'm really tired. Rust. Then this is favela. And then this is terminal. And obviously you put the map name for each different one in here. So if the map name was favela, it'd be favela underscore map or something like that, whatever the scene name is. But I'm just going to leave level name in here for now. And so we're going to test that also. So if we come into here, I'm going to clear this log, click play, we're going to hover over rust and click rust. And it does nothing because we didn't add it to our click event. So I'm going to highlight the 3 of these, we're going to plus a click event, and then I'm going to drag the script on to here, function, level, and then button and click. Now highlighting all these will apply the same on click to each one of them. So as you can see here, it's clicked each one of them, but you're manually going to have to put the button in here. So there we go. And now when you hover over, you got your hover, and then when you click, you can see down there in the debug log you have load Rust, load Favela, load terminal, and you can see the more I click Rust, the higher the count goes up here, and the same with Favela and terminal. So that goes to show that it's going to work if you click it and you have it to load a level. Now we're going to have this text description here to change, so I'm actually going to change the font size. I'm going to put this to bold, I'm going to put that to 20. And then basically we called up here text description, so this is what we're going to be editing there, and this description object is basically to get this game object here, and then this one here is to get the component on that object, of text, which is this text box here. And then here we can do description.text equals, and then whatever we want to set it as. So on the hover, we're going to add description dot text equals, and then for Rust we're going to have 1v1 me baby, and basically that's going to print 1v1 me baby into the text. And then we're going to do description dot name equals, what's that, Favela noob tubes 4 days. And then for terminal we're going to do description dot name equals, and then we're going to do trick shot me like one of your phase girls. And that is pretty much it. So we come back in here now and we click play. So we're going to hover over Rust 1v1 me baby, Favela, it does nothing. Favela name YouTube for days, description dot name, oh, I put dot name, it's dot text, my bad. I need to get some sleep for myself. Dot text, sorry about that. So we come back in here, play again, and then you can see we have 1v1 me baby, noob tubes 4, and you cannot see the rest of that, and the reason being over here in the inspector and on the description object I forgot to put overflow, so that would allow it to have a big line now. So description 1v1 me baby, noob tube for days, and then terminal, and it changes each time you hover over. And that is pretty much it, and then you can click and load your levels and stuff, and that is your basic level selector. And actually this black line on the outline, or sorry, this black outline on the image, if you come here and highlight each of them, you can add a component of outline, and you get this outline thing that will put an outline, and I just set it to 1.5 black, and it just makes it a lot neater than just having an image there on the screen. So that is a level selector, guys, and I hope this video helped you understand how to do it, and if it did, leave a thumbs up and a comment below what you'd like me to do next, and rate, comment, subscribe for more videos and stuff like that. I'm gonna go get some sleep because I feel like I'm actually gonna die. Right, thanks for watching, guys, take care, peace.